Hello and welcome to episode 27 of Let's Play Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail. So, in the last episode we picked up this quest where we were supposed to gather some information and, basically go around and not necessarily talk to people, uh, just look at their reactions. We out to cut our losses and head to Mamuk. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think he won't tan our hides for leather. If we dare to return without enough keystones, besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could a second time be? But what are you looking at? Salt liquor? Mind your own business. Okay, I guess they don't like me listening into their conversation. Well, got a gem trader here. I have a few gems, but what's this? Ingredients, leather, and the region. Nothing else. Alright. Okay, bright peel. An unusual colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground, with which appears to be smoky. Oh no! It appears I've gone and dropped my Najul. I mean, Yatika banana peel. I could barely see it for all the steam issuing from my underground oven. There's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you used leaves in your cooking. Okay. Got the mender over here. Maybe it's time to oh, apparently not. So nothing to repair, huh? Oh, look at that. We got one of those doohickey kebabs with the thingamajiggies up here. And where is it? Look up. There we go. A number of spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you, are nestled in the basket. That one's called achiote. We mostly use it to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine, but its medicinal benefits are significant as well. Alright. Alright, looks like we have one left here. The recipe for Tibruk Pibil. I wish I could tell you, friend. A dish so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we are forbidden from divulging anything. Order from Hulmu Ruruk himself. But your mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I hope there is still a brook to be had at the market. Wink. Alright. Sorry, I'm back. What did we discover about Tibruk Pibil? True to your prediction, the village were forbidden from educating us here directly. However, many were still preparing it as one might a staple dish, and observation of their techniques yielded clues enough. A lady blending local herbs and spices was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying any relation to Sibruk Pibil. But one in particular she attributed to a common Sebral dish, Ashioti, she called it. I see. Then, if Xibruk Pibil is indeed a dish as ubiquitous as Alphinodes claims, we have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a cook burying bundles wrapped in leaf of najul or banana in certain localities. It would seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. So the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't we? As would be expected of a dish called Xibruk Pibil, indeed. So to summarize, this dish is one of Ibruk flavored with a combination of spices that includes ashioti and steamed underground within najol or banana leaves. Given our assumptions, given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. As a staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why Fankred and I scouted the surrounding forests while you all were exploring the village. Between the local vegetation and the wild brook, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Ha! Leave it to a master gleaner. Indeed. With that, we should next divide up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. So I hope I don't need to get ready the kitchen. I can help preparing the kitchen. Thank you for your loyalty. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require firewood, and I have some experience in its gathering. Yes, you do, Alvinode. You don't need to remind us every time you can. I too should be glad to volunteer mine aid. Then the rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and the herbs myself. I am happy to lead someone to a suitable brook if they will perform the requisite deed. Alice? As for the Najol leaves, I believe I am capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find the Najul in these parts. They only grow in the Jatika heartland forests far below these. Such an excursion may be time consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. This feat encourages our communication with the locals, after all. Lamataya, Amasanji, if you would accompany me on my errand. No better way to whet my appetite. Good. Let us be about our tasks then. Ooh. Feels like there is less voiced. Oh, she was right there. Yeah, it seems like there are less voiced cutscenes now than there was in Endwalker. Come on, let's go and get those Najol leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. Alright, let's see what this is all about. And of course, that didn't work. Oh my god. Okay, let's fix that up. There we go. Let us see if there are nodule leaves to be had in town. All right. Perhaps the cook Roger mentioned might be pursued to spare us a few. I have to say, I really like this area. It's a beautiful area with all this jungle and stuff and things. Alright. Oh, hello again. Did you need something? Nodule leaves? For purpose other than XIV bill, naturally? Unfortunately, I've just used up my leaves. My last. You have to travel to the lower forest for more. Golmagic Grove is the source of the finest nodule leaves you'll find. Wild variants you sometimes see in the city markets can't compare. I see. I had hoped to avoid such a lengthy venture, but if there's no other way to obtain our ingredients, then to the Yatika heartland we shall go. Hmm. Allow me to save you the trip. Traveling there requires that you go through the Tiinbik traverse, but it has caved in due to the recent storm, I expect. What? But that means we can't get our nodule leaves. But we can, can't we? If there were no other way of procuring them, you would have suspended this feat, or else altered its objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard your conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. That's very kind of you. Any last minute advice you'd be willing to share? Only to undertake the feat of repast with an empty stomach. You may find the Xibruk Pibil to be delicious, but daunting dish to finish. Ah, I can't wait. Still, if there are no leaves here and we can't travel for more, how are we supposed to gather all our ingredients? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the peoples and cultures of Tuliolol. So perhaps there is something about Xibruk Pibil that we have yet to learn, something of significance, other than its recipe or ingredients. Oh, I see. Like who was the first to make it, its history, that sort of thing. Um, if it's Yagtel's history you're interested in, You should start with the old war. Between the Xabral and the Mamulja, right? These forests have borne witness to centuries of warfare, the evidence of which remains a scar upon the earth. To know the end of that bloodshed is to know Xibruk Pibil. Huh? What does stemmed a brook have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the question we must answer. Vexing through such a detour may seem. Vexing such a detour may seem. I can think of no other way to approach this feat. In that case, you may wish to visit the site of settlement ruined by the war, the village of Lyon Asso. It lies a short distance to the east. The village of Lyon Asso? Understood. Thank you for your help. Come, let's go and see this place. Alright. I wanna go and pick that one up first before we head off. It's not that far away. To the west. Oh, there it is. And now to the south. Oh. We only have 5 more levels, then we are literally level 100. So, yeah. So maybe between episodes here I can run around here collecting a few more of these. The village of Lyon, Azor, must be further east. Let us continue with haste. For all we know, our competitors may be on our heels. Right. Wow. That's a big hole in the ground. $105. To where? Northeast. There you are. So this is the village of Lyon Azor, or what's left of it. It was a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. Bookavoo. I didn't know you were in XIV. I was picking up lumber from XIV when I heard Third Promise was on her way to this site of deep historical significance. I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service, and so followed you here. Bookavoo is a shipwright who came to our aid during the feat of reeds. A pleasure. You are a member of the Third Promise retinue, I presume? For the moment, I suppose I am. My name is Kuana. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Kuana. Now that's a good name. A familiar name. Where have I heard that? Kuana? As in the second promise of Teleolal? I think that to think I addressed a dawn servant own son as some common retainer. Such a disrespect cannot be excused. Please take up your gun and... Oh, come on! Not this again! I take no offense, so please do not dwell on it. Alright then, I shan't dwell on it. And right on cue. At least he's consistent. I understand you wish to learn about Xibruk Pibil. While I am forbidden by uh, Xabrox rocks to divulge any information regarding its preparation, I would be happy to share what I know of Yaktel's history. We'd appreciate that. It is in its most basic sense, the conflict between the Sabral and the Mamulja was one of land. The Mamulja lived in the lower forest, where the thick canopy obscures the sun and the soil is unforgiving to crops. This drove them to cover the upper forest, the home of Xabral, and they launched a determined campaign to seize it for themselves. Yet, advantage ever favors higher ground, and Xabral's forces held the upper hand against the invaders, rebuffing them time and again. But as the state of this village would attest, the tide eventually turned. What brought it about? Something you know all too well, blessed siblings. You must understand, the Mamulja were once people as much at war with themselves as they were with others. The Hobigo, Buneva, and Dopro each sought to assert dominance over the others, even as they engaged in the Xabral in battle. In an effort to strengthen bonds and discourage infighting, Hobigo and Buniva leaders arranged a marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways no one could have even imagined. It was long believed that partners of different clans could not have children together. But then it happened. A child arrived who shared the blood of Obigo and Boneva both, a two-headed Mamulja. Blessed with tremendous physical strength and magical prowess, he grew into a mighty warrior before eventually arising as the first Atarsh, ruler of all three clans. Such qualities would dispose anyone to leadership. Character notwithstanding. Under Atarch rule, the newly united Mamulja became a force to be feared, and war soon came to a head. I think it best you see the result firsthand. Let us visit another battlefield from that time, and there I shall continue the tale. Oh, was another player. I was wondering what that was. Holy crap.
This is where most battles were fought between the Shabral and Mamulja, the Shobrit Cinder Field.
A field of cinders, indeed. How fierce their clashes must have been.
The war over these lands began after the Yoqui's departure some 500 years ago. And for 4 centuries thereafter, the two enemies repaid violence with violence, a constant stream of minor skirmishes punctuated by massive slaughter.
Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago.
Accompanied by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
First they sealed Valle Armanda at full strength, and now this.
It was during this armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Tell that to the Scale Scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours! If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace!
Puff your tails and scurry off, then! Cowards like you ill-deserve the bounty of this forest. Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other, your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives. Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance? You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us. Not until those affairs come to Tural, like our honored visitor here.
He's from across the ocean.
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end? That such technology exists is indisputable, as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, what do you suppose happens then? You do not know the warlords of the East, but you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest. By joining hands, we might create a unified front, an alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe.
There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda.
What? You defeated the Sky Ruin? I'd take you for a liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Pelu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
Those strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
Ha ha! Give us an evening to convince you.
Alright. That was one hell of a story.
And so began that legendary banquet. One would not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue. But then, the dawn servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamulja partook of spiced meat, and the Chebral steamed najul. Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, the dawn servant laughed and declared once more. Their flavors, he said, would be even better combined, and he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
That's Shibruk Pibil, I'd wager.
It is a marriage of Chebral and Mamulja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation. The dawn servant had asked for a single evening, but the feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So delicious was their repast. In the end, a peace accord was reached, and the dawn servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
Ignorance begets a strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Sorry. It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of Shibruk Pibil and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us. What's wrong? Someone was there, you say?
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
Something bitter and half-baked, no doubt.
Alright. Well, yeah, feels like it's that time. Time to end this episode. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I just love the history you get to learn from this. Like, it's a very nice way to learn the lore of this, well, new area that we are currently in. So, yeah. Anyhow, thank you all for watching. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, feel free to hit the like button. And of course, if you're new here, first of all, welcome. And if you enjoy my content, then why don't you hit the subscribe button together with the notification bell, so you don't miss out on any of my future content. Excuse me. I will be back again tomorrow, and until then, stay safe out there.